So let's talk a little bit about bike safety. No, I'm not talking about how to not fall down. I'm talking about how do you keep all your stuff safe when you're out and about. Let's get into it. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, like I say, we're going to chat a little bit today about bike safety, and your stuff safety, not your safety.
And I can help add to that too, Internet.
I'm not sure if you can hear that, but that's Michelle. I've got my sidekick with me today. So, but, and actually, what she just said, she said, I can help add to that. And actually she can a lot because she does a lot of hiking on Greenways. Appears like we got a car coming down, Michelle. Okay. So she does a lot of hiking on Greenways, and so you know you're parked at these parking spots. I noticed there was a road closed sign on here. I have a feeling we're going to run into some high water here at some point because we're dropping down. But you know, we hear all about getting a good lock, one of the bar locks that you can't really cut through with a portable grinder or battery powered grinder or bolt cutters or something like that. And that's all well and good. But what about your stuff? Let's touch on that first. Michelle?
Yeah.
What do you think? Number one, we got to get on Amazon and get some new toys. We need to get something that, uh-oh, I see a car turning around. Something tells me there's some high water up here. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
I'm seeing some water.
Yeah, we're going to be turning around too. Yeah.
This one will be for Papa Blue shirt. Maybe I'll go across there. No, I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's flooded out pretty good. Watch yourself when that car comes back. Yeah, we got quite a little bit of water in here. Yeah, we're quite high.
Wow.
But one of the first things, let's get back to it. We'll get back to this high water. We'll just stop down here.
Take a look at
We
it.
have had
A bunch of,
yeah, we've had a little bit of rain lately.
Oh boy, I wonder who's going to live there. Wow. Look at that crap.
Yep.
Dang boy.
So, all right, let's get back to it. Come on now, Michelle is dragging me down the rabbit holes now. I'm bad enough at going down them.
Man, show that. Go
Yeah.
ahead, man. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah, but this looks like a good spot for a few shorts.
You shorts of what? Dude?
Let's see if he comes through.
Yeah, come on, Blaine. Come on, bring it up here. Yeah. Let's see who's
I mean, honestly, I can see all the way across there. So it's really not all that bad. Ooh, I don't know. It's looking pretty deep up there.
He's on the opposite side. It's on the left-hand side where the water is, man.
Yeah, it's pretty deep up through there.
Yeehaw! Get that bad boy.
Get it washed off.
Hey, if a truck can make it, e-bikes can make it too.
So, okay. No, I don't think that would be wise for you to roll that bike through there.
Why?
With that hub motor on it.
Why?
Let's see what this one here does, because that appears like it's about 8 inches deep up there. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna not pull through there. Well, yeah, but it's just because the road goes up right there, Michelle.
Well, what's it like on the right side?
It's just as bad. It's just, yes, it's just as bad. It's just as bad. All right, let me see what we're gonna get right back to you when we can figure out what we're gonna do here. All right, after a little bit of deciding, we're gonna turn back. I just don't feel like getting all the water in our motors. This one I can tear off, the mid-drive, I can tear it off. But Michele's is not that easy to tear off and do anything, so we're just going to go ahead and turn back. That guy's going really slow, but I guess it's, oh, the deepest part up there is about 8 inches deep. And so I'm not interested in having to tear apart this motor already and re-grease it. I'm darn sure not interested in tearing apart her motor to re-grease it, because I'm not quite sure how you'd go about doing that. I'm sure there's a way. But yeah, it's flooded pretty good down through here. And these poor guys here, you know, these folks come in and they see this land and they buy this land up because it's not real expensive, and they plan on building stuff, and so they put their little roads in. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, look at this. And when you get the rain, that's what happens. Oh well. Okay, so we need to get back. I'm gonna go catch up to Michele. But we were talking about securing your stuff as you're out riding. And you know, you got, instead of a heavy duty chain nowadays, you've got some these folding locks that have a bar. So bolt cutters are not going to cut through those very easily. So that's going to help you there. But what about stuff in your car? What can we do to make that safe? Because I can tell you around here, that is becoming a big problem. People doing smash and grabs at these trailheads. They'll just go in there and look and see what they can see. And I see people all the time putting stuff inside. Well, I'll tell you what, she must be really boogieing. Let's go on, get up and go. I see people all the time leaving valuables in their car, their purse and stuff like that. Well, that's a no-no. Don't do that. Now, where in the world did she go? She might have got off track. Flower or a bug. No, she's up there. You're going to go down the hill a little bit.
What?
You're going to come down here. All right. So we're having to figure out alternate plans here. That looks like that dirt bike's been cruising around the house. Been cruising up through here too. Do you want to go down through the field this way? You all right with that on your city bike?
I think so. It seems to be handling it better than that.
Okay. All right, well, one of these days we're going to get this video put together. Let's get Michele to catch up here. All right, now let's get you to catch up here. This is where I want your input, because I've already, I've already discussed, you know, just getting the folding locks instead of the chains. You know, if you're stopping somewhere with your bike.
Yeah.
But what I started to mention was these trailheads with Greenways. See if any of you take a guess right now. Maybe hit the pause button and take a guess and see what she's going to say about the best way to keep your car from getting a smash and grab at these trailheads. Michele, go ahead. Speak up though, because we don't have an intercom system yet, but we're going to get one. Either that or, well, that or when we get the second camera for your bike.
Are we going straight here?
Yes, we're going to go straight.
Okay.
Watch
So,
the mud.
am I supposed to start talking right now?
Yeah, you're
Or
supposed
are we still
to.
waiting for everybody to think about what they're
No, they hit the pause button.
Oh, they put
They're like me. Their thinking goes real quick
Do I
and then
have to
goes
go down
away.
the hill? There's mud.
You don't have to.
Oh, good, because I'm not.
You're a trip, man. You are a trip. We can drop down right about here. You okay here?
Yeah, I'm okay here.
Okay.
I have a story about this field that I can tell people.
Okay. All right, so now let's get back to our video about safety while we're out here riding without helmets.
Yes, I know. In tick-infested fields, I'm sure.
Okay, so best way to keep from a smash and grab
All right.
at a greenway.
Most people aren't going to realize this, but you know these smash and grabs, they're looking for the easiest target, and so many people leave their stuff on their seat. And I mean, I can't even tell you how many folks I have heard say they left their purse or their wallet on the front seat, but they covered it with a towel. I got news for you. The crooks are not that stupid. Well, some of them might be, but most of them aren't. So, you know, covering it with a towel or sticking it under the seat, you know, it's not the best idea. You either take it with you, or, and you know, I mean, but they can still smash and grab your car. You know, they can figure out that, hey, they obviously have it hid, so I'm going to smash this window and see what I can find. So what a lot of people have started doing is, of course, they're taking their stuff, they're leaving their cars unlocked and the window open. And that seems to be deterring, believe it or not, that seems to be deterring people. And I know that sounds crazy and wouldn't recommend it on
Put stuff in your trunk if you have to leave something there.
Yeah,
put it in your trunk.
Absolutely. But
and this is one we can add into there.
what?
Have your car real clean inside, not a bunch of junk sitting in it, and then they can look in there and see that there's nothing there.
But they wouldn't want my car because it's all junked up.
Yeah, I know that they might go through your car. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The messier the car, the more it looks like a dumpster, the better off it is.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
No. But there you go. I would not recommend that if it's supposed to rain that you leave your window open for the purpose of
keeping the inside from getting torn up.
Exactly.
It'll get torn up from the water.
So first recommendation is don't have anything in your car. Second recommendation is leave a window open, leave your windows open, so if they want to go through your car, they're not going to smash your windows, but make sure you take your crap out before they...
And not only that, if your window is open, there's a good chance they're not going to go through your car anyway.
Exactly.
Because they're saying, look, he's not stupid. He didn't leave anything in there. There's nothing to get.
And the final
Wonder when that popped off.
for that entire idea is have an ugly, dirty car.
I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. Now
I do.
you've got to understand. I drove pickup trucks my entire life up until about 10 years ago when I started a business, and then I started driving cars. And I mean, my pickup trucks smelled, straight up, my pickup truck smelled like horses all the time, because I was going to other farms and riding horses for people. I always had a saddle and a blanket in there. And I mean, there was horsehair all over the place and dirt all over the place, you know. It looked like a typical farm truck, a rancher truck if you're from the West. And when I started this other business and bought a car, man, I gotta tell you, it's kept spotless inside. Michele, how dirty does my car get before I take it somewhere to get it cleaned?
If I bring in any dust whatsoever, I mean, this is the man who's got mats outside of his car so that he doesn't have any kind of dust on his feet that goes into his car.
So,
Just saying.
and now, Michele, on the other hand, never took off with that. She's kept the farm vehicle because she'll pile a bale of hay and 3 sacks of grain in the back seat of her car in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, she will. But,
Car's meant for using. And I get my money's worth.
all right, so what else do we got about safety when you're out traveling on your e-bike? What else you got there, Michele?
Park in an area that is well traveled.
Yeah, and that's whether your bike is, whether you're on just your bike, or if you're on your car with your bike,
Yeah.
or if you're on your car and you're going to leave your bike.
Absolutely. The other thing is that, you know, the reason I say that is because a lot of these greenways, yeah, there's a lot of people that may park there, but then they leave. And there's no other traffic coming and going. You know, a lot of these greenways are in very rural or areas, and they're not traveled except for the folks that are coming and going, and they park their car and then they leave. And so there's incentive right there for a
So I'm going to recap that. Hopefully it just comes through, and we'll just let that part hit the edit room floor. Then I'm going to recap what she had said is you try and
What do you mean
park
room floor?
this part right here.
What part?
Hit
Right
the
where? Is there
my
something
part.
wrong with what I said? Excuse me.
Got a car coming up.
Yeah, well.
I'm taking it back here.
There you are.
Boy, she's on fire today, man. She is on fire today. So, all right, to recap what she was saying.
You haven't explained yourself while you were recapping what I said.
Oh, Michele. Oh, Michele. Just in case they could not hear your lovely voice,
Yeah, well.
I'm going to go ahead and reiterate what you said.
Lovely it some more?
So, park in it. We'll go down this. Which way you want to go?
Let's go left.
Okay, we'll go to the left. You know, we've had really bad weather at least one day out of each weekend. We just have not had an opportunity to get out and go. And you know, Michele doesn't ride too much around here at home with me, but she just said I had to go. You know, we had to get out here and ride some. So we just left our supervisor in charge and said we're boogieing for a couple of hours. And so here we are. But to recap what she was saying is stay in a well-traveled area, because a lot of these greenways, trailheads, whether you're hiking or biking, they have people park there. Okay, I gotta go see what that was.
Yeah, what was that?
I gotta go see what that was.
A junk man coming.
That looked like some old keys or something. That's an old possible ring bit, but I don't know what it would be doing out here.
It does look like an old bit.
But I don't believe it is. No, that's a gate hanger, and we're going to get it off of the road.
Let me see it. Cool.
It's an old gate latch.
Okay, let me see. Oh, it looks like something we can take home.
For what?
Because there we go. We got a spot for it. We're good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you pick up junk too.
All right, let's get on with it here. We're gonna have to edit this thing down. It's gonna be a 50-minute video.
That's okay.
Well, that was that familiar beep, 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 beep that said my camera went dead on me. So we had to stop and change that. But where was we at here? Okay, now, so we've solved or kind of discussed, you know, the trailhead, and if you're out on your bike, you know, good folding lock is good if you're going to have to lock it up somewhere. Believe it or not, a lot of seats or saddles, you know, I just can't stand calling that thing a saddle. Saddle is what you strap on the back of a horse. But a lot of seats get stolen, you know, these quick release, and front wheels get stolen. So if you do chain up your bike, chain it up to where they can't take the wheels, or take a wheel off and just walk your bike away. That would not be good. So
another point of if you're traveling with your bike,
you'll have to speak up just a touch.
You know, the other aspect is a lot of people travel with their bikes. You know, and for us, whenever we're staying somewhere, one of the caveats for where we're staying is we have to be able to bring our bikes indoors.
Yeah, yeah.
Period. And that's why we stay in Airbnbs.
Yeah, there was several videos out about hotels not allowing e-bikes to come in because of the battery fires and everything. And we stay at Airbnbs, and we do take our bikes inside when we go somewhere and travel overnight. And that's just a given. That's what we're going to do. And otherwise, we're going to find another place to go.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, we'll find another place to go. And what happens? What happens if you come back and you see somebody taking your stuff or taking your bike? What do you do at that point? Well, anybody that knows me personally knows that, well, hello puppies.
Oh, they got a new one.
No, they've had that.
Oh, they have?
Yeah, that's Gracie's.
Okay.
That's Gracie's, the red one. Hello, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't know what to do when you catch me. You don't know what to do when you catch me. I know. See? You don't know what to do with me. All right. So you want to chase me? All right. You better go on. You better go on. And that's how you handle that. That dog doesn't know what to do. He just wants to chase. He just wants to chase. So there you go. He stayed. They're supposed to have an electric fence around them right there. Something tells me it doesn't work. Okay, now we're gonna have to edit out some of this video. This is getting too long. Okay, where was we? You come back and you see somebody taking your bike or taking your stuff. What do you do at that point? We want to go up this way, or you want to?
No, we can go that way.
Okay. What do you do at that point? Anybody that knows me knows I'm very big on personal responsibility, whether it's the way I earn my living or the way I protect myself. But you hear what I just said right there. Protect myself, not my stuff. There is no way I'm going to hurt somebody for taking something. I'd rather give it to them. If they need it that bad, they can have it. I just tell them, ask me first the next time. If they're going to do harm to somebody, that's a different story. But, you know, stuff is stuff. And so I'm not going to make a big deal out of that. Michelle,
What?
roll on up here. What else you got? Safety for our stuff. What I just talked about right there was personal.
Personal what?
Personal safety. We'll just leave it at that. I think that pretty much wraps it up.
Well, try not to make yourself an obvious target.
You know what? That's actually a great point. And I'll tell you real quick, we might just have to split this into two videos, part A and part B. You know, back when all this COVID stuff was getting started, I went and visited my daughter's store. You got a car coming at you. Yep. Where she works, and they had just started all this mask stuff, and I didn't even hear anything about it. And somebody come up and asked who that was when I got done talking to my daughter. She said, that was my dad. And she says, you know, he was supposed to be wearing a mask, but I looked at him, I said, there's no way in the world I'm gonna go tell that man to wear a mask. There's some presence that you can have about yourself that's going to say, I'm not an easy target. And so, you know, because I have seen bikes that were taken from people while they were riding them. And I don't see that happening if you present yourself as not an easy target. How do you do that? Well, you walk in straight lines, you walk with your head up, you know, you just, you don't have a meekness about you. And that goes a long way if somebody were to see you. Well, most of what we're discussing right now is...
You also have to be aware. You can't just be walking and with your eyeballs down. You need to be walking with your eyes up, looking left, looking right, checking out behind you like Blaine just did, making sure there's not a car coming up behind us. You know, but I mean, and if you can be in the presence of other people is even better.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anything else on there, my lovely bride of 37 years?
I mean, not on the fly. You know.
This was just one we tossed together as we took off on the bike. Said, what do we want to talk about? You know, I'm still, where do we want to go? Up this way? I am still trying to get her video done. And I got to tell you, I think this proves it right here, Internet. Put it down in the comments. Let me say this nice and quiet. Tell her we need a second camera. We need a second view. We need a second voice on this. Isn't that right? You've seen it. Might even be 2 parts. I don't know how long this thing has gotten. But I think that's going to do it. What do you think, Michelle?
Sounds like a plan to me, dude.
All right, do that. All right. Okay, well, hey, until the next time, Internet, Southern E-biking, telling you,
and Mrs.
stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels turning. Once again, and this is who?
Mrs. Southern E-biking.
And what are you telling them?
I don't know.
Stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels turning. Hey, once again, Internet, we're out. There went my hat. GoPro, stop recording.